Why do so many obstacles stop me from achieving my goals? Why is life so damn hard? It's really easy to start a goal, but not actually complete it, because obstacles seemingly stop you from achieving that which you actually want, your actual goal. And this could be any goal, anything that you have in life, but here on Total Body Training, I talk mostly about getting in shape. So maybe that goal is that you really want to get in shape. And maybe you want to lose some weight, or you just want to gain some muscle, you feel like you need to add on some weight or something like that, whatever the case might be. But here's the thing. There are all these obstacles that make actually achieving that goal really difficult. So maybe you're a student and you go to school all day and you work in the evenings, right? And the only time that you can work out is early in the morning, but gosh, you just don't feel like it. You really don't feel like getting up. You have all these obstacles. You have to get up early, and you have school, and you have work. Maybe you're a parent and you have obligations to your family, you have kids, you have things that you have to do, you work all day, then you have to pick up your kids, take care of them, feed them. And by the time you've done all that stuff, you're too tired to go work out, it's too late to go work out, and you really can't, you don't want to get up early in the morning because you have all these obstacles, you're just gonna be too tired. You have all these obstacles that are holding you back from actually achieving your goal. Maybe you do go to the gym and you even go every day, but when you actually go to actually put in the work, what's happening is that it's tough. Like picking up weights is difficult and you get sore and it hurts, so you rather just walk on a treadmill or look at a magazine while you're slowly riding a bicycle. It's really tough. You have this obstacle of picking up this weight, right? These obstacles are holding you back. You really want to get in shape, but you just don't feel like doing it after you've had a long day. You've worked, you've done your part, and you get home and you really just want to sit and vegetate. Why is life so difficult? Why do I have to have all these obstacles? Why couldn't I just, not have to work so much? Maybe if I didn't work so much, I would be able to do that, right? That must be what people who take really good care of themselves do, right? They just have all this time to work, and really, that's not the case. These little things that keep coming up in your life are obstacles, and these obstacles are here to help you out, right? They're the things that you have to actually overcome in order to achieve your goal. You have to get up maybe a little bit earlier, or you have to stay at the gym a little bit later, or you have to put in that little extra effort to get up off the couch when you get home, right? Those obstacles are holding you back. Those obstacles that seem to be holding you back from your goals are actually the very thing that is teaching you how to become the better version of yourself. It's the very thing that you have to overcome in order to achieve the goal that you actually want. Impediment to action becomes the action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The obstacle is the way. Marcus Aurelius. He was an emperor, and he's considered one of the good emperors, I guess. And the first time I heard this quote was in a really awesome book by Ryan Holiday called The Obstacle is the Way. And really what the book did for me is it kind of solidified this idea that the obstacles that come up in our life, the things that seem to be holding us back, are the things that actually are instructing us on how to become better, right? They're the things that are instructing us how to use our time more wisely, or how to say no to obligations that we don't want in our life. And the book is all about the little things that come up in your life that seemingly slow you down, right? These obstacles that slow you down, the work engagements that you have, not feeling like doing things, putting in that time in the gym and, getting tired when you work out and not wanting to be sore. All of these obstacles are instructing you how to become the best version of yourself and actually how to achieve your goal. And so what happens is, instead of avoiding all these goals, what we need to do is embrace them. Whenever we see that we know that we're going to have a challenge, we need to rise to the occasion instead of saying, I don't want this in my life, right? Because by asking not to have that obstacle, you're also pushing yourself away from your goal. The two things are mutually exclusive, right? One way to think about it is that asking for a goal wanting a goal without wanting an obstacle is like asking for a day without night. The two things are mutually exclusive. You can't have one without the other. If you're curious about The Obstacle is the Way, I put a link in the description section that you can watch, that you can click, that'll take you to the book. Personally, I listened to the book. I didn't read it, but I've listened to it over and over and over again, and it's really helped me out. with my business, it's helped me out with my personal life, and it's also helped me out with the way that I treat my weight training and being consistent. The book goes through tons of historical examples of people who've overcame really difficult stuff to achieve their goals, and some of the stuff in there is just amazing. There is this story about Thomas Edison, and I love this story because this is actually when Thomas Edison was actually doing pretty well, and he was growing his brand, he was growing his company, his corporation, and one night he was asleep, and the people who worked in his laboratory saw that the place was burning down, and they came to him and they woke him up out of his sleep and they brought him out there. And he just got this big old smile on his face, and he looked out and he was like, let's wake up the rest of the family and let them know that they're to come out and see this fire. They're never going to see anything this amazing or spectacular again, probably. And when his family got out there, they were like, how can you be so positive about this? How can you be so excited about the fact that your laboratory is burning down? And I would wonder the same thing. Most people under the same circumstances would freak out. But in his mind, what he realized was that now he had a reason or an impetus or an obstacle to overcome in order to achieve the next phase of what he wanted to do. Even though all of his life's work had been burnt down, he now had even more of a reason to work hard, right? So sometimes like obstacles can be this fuel in your life, this thing that you have to, this mountain that you have to overcome in order to achieve the thing that you actually want. So don't be afraid of an obstacle. Embrace it. Let it guide you whenever the things that hurt instruct. So when something is difficult and something challenges you, you know, it's actually teaching you how to achieve your goal. And there's always going to be someone who's had it easier than us, right? There's always going to be somebody who had more opportunities or better looks, so they naturally were more gifted in the realm of like fitness or working out, or maybe they just had better opportunities when they were in high school to work out and take care of themselves, or they came from a family which gave them more nice foods, or any of these things, right? There's always going to be that. But we as a people, the people that we remember the most are people who struggled, right, to achieve the goals that they wanted for their life. They're not just people who had everything, right? They're people who really struggled to achieve things. We root for the underdog because that is something that we actually admire. And I think if you look at history, there are more people who've been underdogs, who've accomplished incredible things and overcame, you know, unsurmountable odds and obstacles in order to achieve those goals, because they allowed those goals, those obstacles, to guide them in the way of achieving their goals. So I'd like to hear about you. I'd like to hear about some obstacles that you've had in your life, some things that you've had to overcome. All of us have had obstacles. They could be small things. It doesn't matter. Like, you know, any kind of achievement that you had to work maybe hard for something. And I'd like to know about what those obstacles were and how you overcame them. And I'd like to know about any obstacles that you have going on in your life right now. You know, leave those comments in the bottom of the description section. I'd love to start up a conversation with you. Some of the coolest stuff on YouTube happens whenever people talk right down here and give their perspectives. So I will be answering as many messages as I can after this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.